we're here to celebrate the Gauteng moment of the year. Now this person, 2024, we spoke about him earlier. 2024 at Two Oceans. Aye man, they beat him last few kilometers. 2025, he won. Soweto Marathon, same thing. I remember Mr. Ramala. I think the last race he ran as an elite, you beat him. It was one of the Nedbank series, but you've been running for over 20 years. Can you talk to us about how have you remained consistent for such a long time? I mean, yeah, your profile is one of a kind, you know. One thing that one would like to understand is the work-life balance.
Rewarding all the comrade marathon finishers. How did this thing come about?
I can't remember what year it happened, but our first male athlete, he came 17th, and somebody in the offices at Hollywood Bet said to me, that's incredible. What does he get for coming 17th? And the answer is
definitely. I think, guys, more than anything, you guys as the media, you've seen us, rise and fall. You've seen us achieve the best and try to work hard and unify the province. And I'm very grateful to the
Well, happy Valentine's Day to you guys. And my name is Zinke Mokoka, aka Ganda Ganda on the road. When I'm wearing my purple and yellow, I'm known as Ganda Ganda. For those who don't know what Ganda Ganda is, it's a tractor. It's a tractor, it can go far, but slow. It can go far, but slow. So, before we get into the crux of things, I'm just going to talk about the house rules. So, housekeeping. The bathrooms, my left, your right, as you get out, it's on, the men's bathroom is like, oh my directions, it's right here. And then the ladies, as you walk straight down, it's on your right. That's where the bathrooms are. And of course, we're here to celebrate, guys, right? We're celebrating people. We are celebrating those that flown the purple and yellow flag high during the 2025 season. So one of the housekeeping rules is, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. So, if your name is not going to be called, doesn't mean you mustn't be happy, right? You must clap for others. We're going to be clapping for others. We're going to be celebrating for others. And it doesn't mean if your name is not called here today, you didn't have your contribution towards the club. Because we know we're runners. There is 1, 2, and 3. There's always a winner. But it doesn't mean if you're number 1,256, you didn't run the race, right? You're still part of the race. So today we are celebrating people that did exceptionally well in their categories. So, before I go into that, I'd like to talk a little bit about the Hollywood Athletics Club. So firstly, the beauty about Hollywood Athletics Club does not just celebrate your elite runners like Harder Stay sitting here, Neheng Katala, Ervet van Sail, our Olympians, Tsepo Ramashamola. It does not just celebrate the elite runners, but the social runners as well. It's quite an inclusive club, and there's only a few clubs, if not none actually, that can claim that. There's only a few clubs that can claim that, and I think for that, let's give Hollywood Athletics Club a huge round of applause. The club has grown exponentially. So last year, I'm going to read the numbers. So Gauteng North, from 2024, they had 75 members in 2024. That grew to 250 in 2025. And this year, currently, for Gauteng North, currently, we are in February. Who hasn't registered yet? No one's going to pick up their hand, so it's fine. I'm not going to expose you. I'm not going to expose you. I know they are the lastminute.com people. But for 2026, currently, for Gauteng North, we're sitting at 356 members. I know. And then for the Central Gauteng Athletics region, in 2024 we had 383. In 2025 we had 717. Yes, I like this. Currently for 2026 we're sitting on 950. So the club is growing. And I hear the word on the streets. Who's a Sundown supporter here? The word on the streets says that Hollywood Athletics Club is the Sundowns of athletics. Do you guys agree? Yes. Oh yeah. Kaizer Chiefs and Pirates. I can see you guys going silent. But yes, the club has grown exponentially, and the club's also got bi-weekly runs. I see Poppy over there. She's also part of the team that organizes these bi-weekly runs. We've got a hub in Boksburg, Soweto, Melrose, Benoni, and Springs. So you guys can join those bi-weekly runs. Get together with the team, get to know each other, get to know your purple team, because along the route, sometimes at races, your purple team passes, hey member, hey purple team. I love that. Let's keep it up, right guys? The one thing I'd like to mention though, the one time I was walking, dressed in Hollywood, and then the one lady's like, why are you walking? You're part of Gerda's team. How can you walk? So yes, the purple team flag is really being flown out there. And then also we've got our flagship events. They've also grown. Durban was sold out. So the initial amount was 10,000 entrants. They had to add an extra 2,000 because of the demand of the entries. I'm going to confess, I had the lastminute.com bug bite me, and I was part of that 2,000. So immediately when it opened, I was like, I want to go and run. So I registered. So our races are also, they're becoming in demand, and people want to register for the races. In Joburg, we had 8,000 participants in Joburg. So if you're happy and you know that you're happy. And then of course we had two oceans. Hollywood, purple and yellow was right there in front. Our ultra marathon, I'm gonna pick on you, I'm sorry, but it's all your performances. I'm sorry, but you're fast, you're consistent, you are just, showing people flames on the road, the smiling assassin. So I'm going to pick on you now and then when we mention these races, because it's your accolades, it's not me, Joseph Gerda flown the Hollywood Athletics Club flag high. Yvette Van Zyl was also there, and Hollywood Athletics Club dominated in two oceans. And there were key moments in the two oceans race. I'm going to mention some of this. One thing about Joseph, 2024, he broke off towards the later stage of the race. And he got caught up, I think, the last 2-3 kilometers or so, and he finished second. Last year, he did the things that make the post to be done. And he finished first. The same thing happened to him in Soweto, where during the late stage of the race, same thing, Unalina Konkova, this guy, no peace, choosing violence in 2024. Last year, Joseph, same thing. Took 2 oceans, took Soweto Marathon. So that's what, yes, let's give him a round of applause. And of course, Askis again, the darling of ultra marathon running, had the same consecutive win for 6 years. I mean, you know, like, I don't know how you do it. Yeah, I also wonder. Yeah, we're gonna get the scoop later on. We're gonna get the scoop later on. And we also had Tepo Ramashamola. He won the Pirates 21 kilometer last year. He dominated in the Pretoria season last year, claiming first place at the Exaro, winning the Pirates race, and he's gonna be defending his title tomorrow. So let's give him nice. You are defending, right? I heard Bayanda earlier on saying no, he's gonna win Pirates tomorrow. To win Pirates, Bayanda, you need to Sepo's your man, eh? He's your target. He's your target. And of course, Yvette van Zyl, nothing short of exceptional. One thing about Yvette is she is one athlete that perseveres. I mean, she's got all these challenges that she faces, but she always just turns up and turns out victorious. 4 Olympics. Yes, I love it. 4 Olympic Games. Each and every, the first 3 Olympic Games, things just did not go well. But the final one, she did it.
Is this the final one?
The final one, the 4th one. No, it's not the final one. As in, not the final one, as in it's the final one, but the last one that you done. I know you're going to be there 2028. You're going to be there 2028. English is not my mother tongue. No, sometimes English data depletes. So it was one of those. Nehen Katala. I mean, 3rd to Oceans. She goes on to win the USA 5,000 meter championships. You know, she dominates long distance, short distance in the AXA Run Your City series, and she runs a sub 32-minute 10K. 31 minutes on a 10K. Hey, this next one, I don't know how to talk about him, but Stephen Mukoka. I don't want to blush. But yes, Stephen Mukoka, I mean, he's had an exceptional career, being consistent throughout over 20 years of running career. And he also had quite an impressive 2025 season. So these are some of our elite athletes, the Gauteng elite athletes. And can we please just give them a very, very warm one? Now we go into the awards. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? How are guys? Why do you sound hungry? You just had started. Huh? Are you guys ready? Yes, I love it. So, ooh, I love it. Yeah. So we're gonna do the first round of awards, and I'm gonna ask Usispo Mlambo to come on stage to present this award. Let's make some out, guys. One thing about Sis Poppy is at our races, she's always there with the gazebo, supporting the guys, making sure there's catering, making sure people are taken care of. You know, they say dynamites come in small packages. Let's give a round of applause. Now the first award is the Gauteng-based volunteer award. So it's those little sacrifices, like I mentioned, that what Sipopi does. Those little sacrifices, people waking up in the morning to get the right spot of the gazebo. You go to the race, you find you just sitting, but you don't know they need to look for the right spot, a nice spot that's by the finish or where you can watch the race or whatever. So they need to find the right spots. Putting together the catering, when you find those watermelons and oranges all chopped up, there are volunteers doing that. The club runs that I mentioned in Benoni, Springs, Melrose, and all those different hubs. It's those volunteers sacrificing time with family, sacrificing time for them to train so that you guys can enjoy your stay at the Hollywood Athletics Club. The winner. I forgot my... Oh, they've got me sorted. Ah, there was a blonde moment. The winner in this category Simonile Jacobs. To remain behind because the next category, the Gauteng Best Supporter of the Year. Now, we've seen the impact that support has. We've seen how Duncan supports Gauteng with her career. I know, right? We've seen it. Even the adverts. Heart rate. We've seen how RJ supports, Irvet. We've seen how Zintle supports Stephen. So support is needed, and this person is someone who is supporting the club. The winner, I must say the right name. The winner in this category Siboniseni Makwaza. We are living in a digital world, and you take a video here, but it can reach the Bermuda Triangle because of the social media, how powerful social media is. To give an idea of how powerful social media is, if you look at Supersport, the most viewed sport event was the Soweto Derby last year. And they had about 3.7 million viewers watching TV, viewing that. How many social media videos have you seen that have more than 3 million views? That is the power of social media. That is how strong, because people are not on their TV. The screen time you spend on TV is not the same as the screen time you spend on your mobile. And that is the power of social media. Now, this male and female are using their social media platforms to promote the club, to talk about the club, and wave the purple and yellow flag high. The winner in the female social media category is Madiko Lishilo Maisela. I forgot to mention the person to present this award. I had a technical glitch. Can I ask Olani Skosana to please come on stage to help with presenting this award and the upcoming award. Now the best male social media personality. The winner in the male category. Nimrod Mukwena. So you're going to take it on his behalf. Give him another round of applause. Now the next category is an individual who shows up again and again and again and again. Consistency is not easy. It requires discipline even on days where you don't feel like doing something. You know you gotta do what you gotta do to get things done. Now the most consistent athlete for 2025. Pule Allen Sitole. Well done to you, Pule. And it's weird. I just saw Mr. Stephen Mukoka and I'm sorry you guys came late, so now the limelight, unfortunately. Mr. Stephen Mukoka and Mr. Madimecha Dikhale, they just entered, and we're about to take a break for drinks. So their timing is impeccable. So ladies and gents, we're going to take a 5-minute break. And after this, we're going to get a scoop from Hanta and Stephen about how they do it. Just 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. Ne? I will see you in 5 minutes. Every generation has got that one athlete, ne? Who comes and defines what's possible. Who does the exceptional. Who beats the myths of no, you need to do this to do that, you need to do this to do that. A multiple comrade winner, a multiple 2 Oceans winner, an Olympian, a smiling assassin. She started her professional career in her mid-20s and she has dominated. One thing that Mr. Seindler likes to say is, those that run in the era of Gerdestein, I feel sorry for them. The darling of South Africa, ladies and gents, let's welcome Gerdestein. You can sit. Anyway, choose the one you want. Yes. Next up, this person, he's got a career that spans over 2 decades. Like 2 decades of running, 2 decades. He's ran with different generations, from your Hendrik Ramalas to now your Kabelo Mulauzis. A man who's got multiple national titles, he's broken multiple national record holders, a 4-time Olympian, multiple top 8 finishes in the world stage. He has won national titles from 1500 meters and broke the world record up to 50 kilometers. He's affectionately known, yes, actually, he's affectionately known as TPT. Those who don't know what tipi means, it's steel. Steel, hard. Iron. Ladies and gents, let's welcome Mr. Stephen Mokoka on stage. So I'm going to, they say ladies first. So I'm going to start with Gerda. Gerda, I mean, yeah, your profile is one of a kind, you know. One thing that one would like to understand is the work-life balance. We've seen mentioned Duncan supporting you. He's a pilot. He travels the world. You travel the world. How do you prepare for an important event with that lifestyle, that work-life balance? How do you do it?
Thank you so much for the warm welcome, Zintle, and hello everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. To celebrate running with you all, and just to meet each other in a little bit of a different environment than usual is fantastic. To get to the question, Zintle, I think for me, when I started running, that was definitely something that I had to learn from the first day. My running first started as a hobby, and later on, transformed into something else. But even at that time, it's not changed. I found that you need for your hobby, or for now what is my job, to fit in with everything in your environment. You need to find balance, and only when you find balance is when you can do this for a longer extended period of time. If my running is taking over everything else that brings joy to the rest of my family, then yes, it might be good for my performance, but in a bigger picture, it doesn't work, and therefore it won't last. So for me, it was to find that balance. My husband has a very, very demanding job. So for me, it was always a thing about making sure that my dates and what I aim to do fits in with what is possible in our household. And we've molded also towards making it work, and making it work for the running as well, as the running became more and more important. So it is just that thing of finding balance, and it's very difficult to sometimes grasp from the first day, because you think you need to run X amount of kilometers in a week, and you'll just put everything aside to make that work. But that balance is definitely much more important than just yourself. So and your own path to what you think will get you to your goals. So learning and finding ways to make it work for my bigger environment around me is really what's helped to make this into something that I can do year in and year out.
All right. I'm going to move to you, Mr. Mokoka. The same question. You're a father of two. You are married to a wife who does anything and everything. How do you prepare for important races, and how do you do it? The work-life balance.
Firstly, thanks for having me. I don't know how to say it. My current new environment. I will say myself, but I don't know today if I have to say MC. I don't know. But thanks for having me, and greetings to family. I believe everyone in the house is family. If you are not part of the family, I believe you wouldn't be here. So you are part of the family, not only the Purple team, but the family. See the member of the media, I see CJ President, and I see almost every person from all walks of life. So greetings to you. Like Sipo Marima asked, did you run? Because we meet because of that. Did you run this morning, or you were just preparing for the nice celebrations or the Hollywood Awards? I went to run. Did you run? Yes. It's good, guys. Keep the momentum. It's the beginning of the year. To come to your question, it's not easy, but it's challenging. It's not tough, but it's not easy, but it's challenging. I know most of the runners here, they are working class. They call themselves social runners. You guys must stop calling yourself social runners. You must call yourself club runners because we are a club as Hollywood. Or we should call yourself a club or a team. But I understand why you call yourself social runners. I don't know how you guys socialize, guys, while you are running. I don't know, but it's good. It's not easy to balance, but it's good because you are running away from a lot of things. We spend a lot of time, guys, in cars. The only people I know can walk, but only in malls. My wife included, it's a woman. But if you can say to them, go walk outside there, they will refuse to walk. But because of what we do, we spend a lot of time running on the road, which is helping us for a healthy lifestyle. So keep on pushing, guys. It's not easy even for me to wake up at 5, having to fight with her. Don't think that when we walk on the street, me and her, she's the one who's laughing, I'm the only serious one. And then we're trying to find a balance with that, actually, because if I was talking too much, she was talking too much. Who was going to be a listener? If I was the one who's laughing most, she'll be like, why are you too friendly? So I'm allowing her to help me so that we can balance this life. Even at home is the same. I remember now I see she's very motivated, guys, this year in terms of running. There was this soccer analyst in Zulu. One time she was like, Umsubati wakes up in the morning next to you, but you don't have motivation to go run. You can't tell me that when he wakes up next to you, you are struggling to wake up. And I see, no, she did listen. So we are trying to balance, and it's not easy. Please, guys, keep on pushing, because life was never balanced, ever. You got 2 foot, one toe is taller than the other. So that's how life is not balanced. But if you can try to find balance with that, I believe that we can conquer.
Sure. What a mouthful. The temperature's rising here on stage.
Shall I give you to
I mean, you spoke about social runners not calling themselves club runners. So I'm going to say, Kharda, you were a club runner before you started dominating. And one went on to win 2 Oceans, went on to win Comrades, go to Olympics. When did that change happen from being a club runner to an elite runner? What happened?
For me, yes, you are correct. I started just wanting to join a club and to make friends and to meet more people. And one thing led to another for me. I started as completely not knowing what exactly how far a marathon is. Sorry.
Take classes.
Yes, and it just developed from one thing to another. But actually, when I think back about it now, I must confess, I was probably never super chilled. I don't think I was ever, since I started running, I was probably never really thinking, oh, this is just for fun. When I started running, I loved it, and I loved the buzz, and I loved the feeling I had after running, and I immediately wanted to see how I can improve. So I wanted to run a race and then see what my time is, and next time see if I can beat it. So for me, that was sort of that personal challenge in the beginning, seeing how I can improve myself. And that was what kept me coming back, and what really excited me. But it did come to a point where I realized that actually I can start competing, or what it's like, you run and you enter your local race, and oh my goodness, I'm on the podium, and before you know it, oh, I'm on the podium with someone I really look up to, and then one thing led to another, thinking that maybe I can try and win a race or win a small race, and so it developed for me. But I feel very fortunate that running and that feeling and that thrill I got from running from the first day is still there today, and not much has changed in that perspective. So I still want to wake up in the morning and go for my run, whether that's a workout, a really hard workout, or just going for an easy run. That exciting side of running and that community and what we've got here, what we are building here, those stories that you hear about running, the people that you meet in a running community, that has not changed. So I think it's just fortunate for me that sort of the passion for running started in the way that it did. And I'm working every day also on it to keep that passion alive, because that to me, I can't imagine my career without it. I can't imagine my career waking up in the morning only going for my run because I feel like I have to, because it's my job. And that to me, it would never be worth it. So even though my performances have evolved and it has gone from, wanting to just make friends or just wanting to see some personal improvement to it making it into my career, many, many other aspects have stayed the same.
And I mean, your consistency is remarkable, undoubtedly. I mean, you've been consistently winning for the past 6 years in ultra marathon running distance. And we look at the men, the contrast to that, the winners change now and then, but you have been consistent and getting ultra marathon running distance right. It takes something. What is your secret? How do you remain so consistent?
So we're getting to the secrets now.
Yes.
This is where
I'm also taking notes.
I've heard, you've all heard the saying about, the harder you work, the luckier you get. But I do believe that there's a lot of truth in it. First of all, you have to put everything that you can into it. That's how I approach my running. I know that my running is not going to last for my entire life. I want to use the time that I've got in the best way that I possibly can. And that to me means putting all my energy into it. And it doesn't just go from, when I strap on my shoes to the moment that I finish. It's everything else. It's, like I say, finding balance in every other aspect of my life. Making choices that will benefit or at least not hurt my running. Making sure that my body stays strong in other ways than just in running. So doing the work in between the runs, resting when I need to rest, taking time off when I need time off, and everything else to get lucky. So yes, in a way, I am fortunate that throughout the years since I started running, and especially running the Two Oceans and the Comrades, there's been very few times that I had to miss out on an opportunity to race. But again, that's not luck. It's hard work and it's preparation and it's thinking of what I can do extra when I know everyone else is working hard as well, and what I can do to get that extra little bit out of myself and making sure that I can continue doing this, and also just finding deeper meaning into the running as well is really what's kept me going. I know now when I run Comrades or when I run Two Oceans, it's not for me, it's not for Gerda to get there and win a nice gold medal and off she goes again. I know that it means more to people more than just me. And I want to represent everyone and anyone who's watching and who has got aspirations or dreams, and it might be to do with running or not to do with running, but I just want to stand on that line and cross the finish line in a way that it will show the rest of our country that it is possible to reach what you put your mind to if you are willing to put the work in, and if you are willing to dream big and then follow those dreams, not just keep them as dreams. So that to me is my number one aim now when I line up for these races. The days where I run for myself and where I run for the satisfaction of getting to the finish line is long gone. So I feel fortunate that I've got that extra motivation in me now, but I also feel a responsibility to do my best for that purpose.
Wow. Now, before I go back to Stephen, I just want to ask about, I saw once, he had written splits to the T of what you want to pass. I think it was either two comrade splits. Can you talk to us about that planning, that attention to detail in your running?
Absolutely, yes. I do like to plan. Before I was a professional runner, I was a quantity surveyor, and it was all about numbers and figures and calculations. So maybe that's you're not left me entirely, but I do think that it's very important to plan before you line up for a race, knowing what I'm into, and also I use what I've done in training to make a plan before I line up for the race. I know a lot of runners don't like to look at the profile of the race. They say, no, we'll take what comes on race day. we'll tackle it then. But for me, I do like to plan quite a bit. And the one you're referring to was 1 year after Comrades. I shared what I planned to do and what I actually did on race day. And on that day, it was again fortunate for me. It worked out according to my plan, and I ran quite close to my plan. So I like to share things like that. I like to share a little bit what goes on behind the scenes because it's much more than just race day. And every single runner will understand that. The work is done in preparation. The work is done on those early mornings that Stephen is talking about, 5 a.m., where you don't feel very motivated because it's dark or it's raining. But that's where the performances are built. So I like to share a little bit of that, and I appreciate that people also like to see it. Maybe it's not the best thing in terms of sharing with competitors what I do, but at least it was after the race, so they can follow my plan, because next year I've got a new plan.
Because that was quite impressive. When I saw that, I was like, oh my goodness, that is quite close. Which also reminds me of one time when Stephen went and paced at Sydney, and you look at his splits, it was like clockwork, 3 minutes per K, 3 minutes per K. Was it 3 minutes or 3:01? But the time was exactly the same to the T. Now I'm going to ask you, you've had a long career, and you've been competitive for over 20 decades. I mean, for over 20 years, 20 decades would be what? 400 years. Okay, he's not that old. He's just 41. He wears the tag. He's just 41. For over 2 decades. You've been dominating for over 2 decades. Recently, last week, he was running with the youngsters, running 3,000 meters at a league. He decided to register for 3,000 meter races. And he smoked these young ones. And it's not slow athletes, it's people winning national championships on the track in cross country. And he smoked these youngsters. And I remember Mr. Ramala, I think the last race you ran as an elite, you beat him. It was one of the Nedbank series, but you've been running for over 20 years. Can you talk to us about how have you remained consistent for such a long time?
Hey, yeah. Let me steal your show a little bit. Congratulations to all members of Hollywood Athletics Club who are present today. You deserve it. We are here to celebrate you guys. We are here to enjoy with you. I know when we are on the road, some get smoked by her. She smoked me as well. So today we are sitting here wearing nice black stuff, not doing anything funny. But I can say to you, congratulations. Spread the word out there. We as Purple Team, we dress black. Not going to a funeral, but coming to celebrate. Secondly, guys, I would like to ask, before I come to your question, who learned something from Gerda? I learned something very, very important. I'm one person who always says, if it's not my day, it's not my day. But if it's my day, nobody will beat me. But today I learned something very, very important, and I felt I will take it home with it. Hard work, training, married with luck. When she said that, I was like, I'm training hard, but why do I need luck? But when I heard from the champ, I'm like, nah. Now I'm going to look at it, but I will always pray that it's my day, and also it's my lucky day. And then I believe with those two, I can conquer the world. To come to your question, I also don't know myself, but what I know is that I just have to wake up in the morning, do my work, because I chose not to be a lecturer, I chose not to be a doctor, I chose to be a runner. Those plays that you're talking about, if I don't work them the way Khada is saying, I will end up suffering. But if I stay on that, guys, your watches don't lie. If it says you are operating at a crisis mode, that's like you are at comrades, you haven't reached 45 Ks, your heart rate is at 200. You've got the right to walk to make sure that you go down. Your heart rate can cope with you, because we don't want to see a lot of people on a beta bus. We don't want to see people hitting a wall. So I use my calculator in that manner. I think I've calculated my career. Please don't ask me when I'm going to retire, guys. Because there is an old man at 80 something, he finished comrade. So please, I urge people to stop asking me when I'm going to retire. As long as my legs keep on going, I will keep on going. So my career has been like that, and it's still going to be like that. I get offended when somebody calls me a legend, and my wife now just asks me the longevity. It's still coming. You are going to have a chance to ask for that. But it's all about discipline, hard work, consistency, and most of the time, there is this friend of mine and my training partner, Tseho. He says, before you bathe, there is this devil that comes to you, says, I can't do it. You must fight that demon. That's what I fight. I only fight the demon, and I only tell myself that I will make it. And there is one thing now I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying the packs of you guys, but I'm sharing with the family. And I know members of the media are here. They can share it out there. You know one thing, the race that she's talking about. I ran 2 races, and there was 3 minutes in between. I ran an 8:17 and I ran 8:12. And they say it's world last time. And I'm like, okay. One thing, because I'm 40, if they beat me, it's acceptable. If I beat them, they ask them questions. So I'm benefiting in all fields. So for me, now I'm at a part of my career whereby it's all about inspiration. I'm inspiring the young ones, inspiring the older ones that they can go faster. I'm inspiring the young ones that even if you are old, you can still push the limits. I'm also sitting with the club runners. Guys, please don't fight with me. When I was saying you are a club runner, I was not saying take away the social runner title. You belong to a club, that's why you become a social runner. So you still be a social runner, but you belong to a club. So I inspire those ones, male, female, old, young, all gender. That's why every time when I run, I prefer to enjoy my running. She can attest to that. Some people, there are elite runners who refuses to run 7 minutes a kilo. I do it.
Exposing my times.
If I say I'm going to run 2 hours with you, even if you are running 9 minutes, I will run with you. Because on that day, I will be running with you. And one thing I was telling to one of my friends yesterday when we were doing our 2-hour run, I said, you know, people say when Stephen is running 7 minutes per kilo, they say I'm not running. And I made an example to them. Take 2 bicycle riders and put them one on the side, other one on the side. Say this one must ride 32 kilometers an hour and this guy must 10 kilometers an hour. They must do it every day and tell me if the chain is not going to be broken one day, if the lubrication is not going to go away. It's going to go away in both ways. So people, guys, stop when you see me jogging or running. with other people and you say, me, I'm taking it easy. I'm running because I'm burning calories. So I get offended when people are saying that to me because I'm exercising. I woke up at home and I went to run. So that's what keeps me going, guys. As an athlete, and I believe a lot of you got potential to do so. Like her started very late in her career. She's actually the second athlete that I know started very late, but she's the one who sustained a very long time. Because I know it was Van Skalkveld, and yes, she started very late in her career, and then everything went up, and then a lot of injuries. So I believe that her is doing some stuff that I don't know what she's doing.
She needs to tell us.
She has to tell us how she stay away from injuries, how she stays consistent, but she shared a lot of things. So she's the late bloomer who is doing very well. And I believe one day you're going to get the very same question. But my advice, as long as I'm still going, you are going to get an opportunity to ask me that question. So, yeah, thank you.
So, I mean, you've competed at world stage numerous times, representing South Africa, you know. What is your proudest moment, or which event or competition was your proudest moment throughout your career?
I mean, the one to remember is winning, I think it was Africa Champs in Durban, 10K. At that time, we knew nobody beat these Africans. But on the day, I became like her. And I beat East Africans on the day. And the second one will be Yvette. It's when me and you, after the Tokyo saga, we managed to finish the Olympics, me and her. I finished the marathon, she finished the marathon. And the third one, which is the one that people are still asking me questions, is finishing Two Oceans, guys. And I can say boldly about Two Oceans is that there is a norm that as elite runners, when you are having a tough day, you say, I will see you next time. But on the day when I took a decision to finish Oceans, but I became smarter, guys. I waited for top 5 ladies to pass me first. Then I knew that I'm safe. Then I took a decision to go back on the road and finished it. The cheers, the videos that are still circulating, and I believe one day if I can crack Oceans, some people will take me through that. Because there are people who are saying to me, I'm happy that today I'm in front of you and I'm beating you. I never thought I'm gonna beat you, but Steven, it shows that you are not immune. You don't sweat blood, you sweat water like us. Today I'm passing you and I'm beating you. Keep on going. Some gave me bananas, putting me sprays. The stuff that I was experiencing on that day, I was like, is it what people go through when they do Oceans? And then now I'm picturing myself, what about comrades? And then I remember one person, when I finished, he came to, actually he was on a elite tent. He came to check if I even climbed on the car. And I told him that I ran 1 hour and 11 minutes. Run and walk and talk, ate, I did almost everything. But when I get home and I got my medal, it was for the first time I said to my wife, let's do a medal Monday. That's when I understood. Imagine, guys, I've got a medal for World Champions, I've got medals for all other things, but the Oceans medal was so unique to me because it was a journey. Started in the morning, it was windy, I felt good in the beginning. I pushed myself way through, I even thought of winning the race, going Chapman's. And I went to Constantia, I started cramping, I stopped. It was just a life journey, and that's what we go through as humans. As 41 as I am now, I've gone through a lot of things. So that's the race that will always be here, and I hope I will bring a good memories with it someday.
Yeah. Maharata, I'm going to go back to you. If there's a young athlete sitting in this room and they're thinking, I want to be like Gerda one day, what is one habit or habits that you would part with them to say, do this to become like me? Maybe I'm also one of that young athlete. Maybe I'm that young athlete.
Oh, shame. I think for me, what I've learned in probably the most competitive environment that you can possibly imagine, which is athletics, is to just always keep the joy. That to me is the golden thread throughout everything, throughout the bad days, throughout the good days, is to keep that joy. And with joy in you, with for what you do, anything is possible.
Thank you. Mr. Makoka, same question. If there's a young athlete watching now thinking, I want to be like Stephen Makoka one day, what habit would you part with them?
Firstly, it's a choice. If you want to do it, stay away from a lot of things. Especially the longer stuff. Stay away from them. Enjoy cross country. Enjoy track and field. Love them. When you wake up in the morning, you go to a cross country. Enjoy jumping that obstacle because it's going to prepare you for the future. As a person, there are obstacles. If you are doing track and field, you learn the very same thing that Hannah was saying. You're not going to learn, she learned it in a different way because she's a different athlete. I call her a different athlete. But if you do track and field, you learn your splits. If you do long distance, you learn patience. So those are the things the young kids might just focus on. Stay on the track, enjoy it, love it, because I can ask any one of you, who does not love running inside here? The one who says, I don't love running, I'm just doing it. Is there anyone? We are enjoying it because we love it. So you need to love running and make sure that you get disciplined, you read good advices, not get wrongfully advised. Because a lot of young guys, Khadra will just take initiative to say, I'm going to help Zintle. And then when Zintle starts surfacing, while Khadra was doing the work, people could see Khadra is doing the work. But what Zintle is doing after that, Zintle will come and snitch that particular athlete to say, I can make you a better athlete. So a lot of people, young kids, get into that space whereby they are fooled by people who don't want to start something. So as a kid and as a parent, because I believe other people are parents for the runners, make sure that you tell a kid that they must trust the process. If you don't trust the process, if you don't believe in the process, you're not gonna make it. So as a kid, joy, fun is very important. You're not gonna be an elite, you're not gonna be a world-class athlete without going through the process. There is a big problem in South Africa, and I'm sorry to say this, because I know a lot of people always fight with me when I say this. For you to be a leader, you need to be led. Khadra is a living testimony. She was led by a lot of people when she started her career. I was led by a lot of people when I started my career. And then at a later stage, she's dominating. For you to be dominant, for you to be a leader, you need to learn the rest. Don't pass the stages. And the kids must go to school. Running is not all about running. Social runners in this house, I know you love your watches. You find a social runner in a race, if it's 9.1 kilometers, you'll find them at the finish moving around. They want to get their kilometers. So, as a runner, a young athlete, school is very important because you are going to implement your brain. If you want to climb the hill, I know Kharna when she climbs the hill, she smiles. I don't know what technique is that, but it works for her. Because I know Elliot, he says you get rid of the pain by smiling. For you to know the word smile, you need to go to school. So I will say to the kid, go to school, learn the process, and then you're going to be one of the good athletes in the future, or the best athlete in the future, or you're going to be one of the biggest and the greatest of our life.
Now for my final final question, and it's a question for both of you. I'm going to start with Gerda. It's 2026, we're starting a new year. What can we expect from Gerda Steen this year? Am I putting you on the spot?
No, it's okay. I've had 2 months already. No, I'm very, very excited for the year ahead. As many of you, I'm sure, here will also be doing the same, preparing for the Two Oceans first. So that's at the moment first on the calendar. Of course, there's a few other smaller events prior to that, but Two Oceans will be the first one on my personal calendar, and I hope to see you all there. And the next one, again, the Comrades Marathon in June. So yeah, it's very, very exciting. Packed first half of the year for me. At the end of the year, I might throw in a little bit something different this year. I'm still cooking, cooking a plan. So, but first on the list is certainly our two beloved ultras.
Ah, okay. And Mr. McCartney, yes.
From me, members, expect that no oceans for me this year. I'm not running away. I'm replacing it with, can anyone guess? Cape Town, guys. So expect me at Cape Town, but I'm gonna open the season in the next 2 weeks in Gqeberha. And oceans, I will be there, cheering at you, Gerda, but I will be doing it 21. And then we'll see the rest of the year.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gents. Two very consistent athletes with remarkable profiles and accolades in athletics. Thank you, Gerda. Thank you, Stephen. Let's give them around a warm round of applause. So, we're going to hit a 5-minute break for drinks, just to quench your thirsts. And maybe if you want to catch them, I'm sorry guys, I'm putting you on the spot. If you want to catch them, ask other questions that you want to. A 5-minute break, and then we're going to go back to the second round of the awards. The next award is the Gauteng Best Newcomer. So this person brings new energy, and they are new, and then hey, they've got an effect to the club. For making an immediate and impressive impact in his first year with the club. The winner, before I present the winner, I'm going to ask Mr. Tabangi Dladla to make his way on stage to present this award. The newcomer, the person who said, I have arrived, I am here, you must feel me, feel my presence. The best newcomer for 2025, Dacius Molokwa Sekwanta. Another round of applause. Next up, I'd like to ask Mr. Brett Goodwin to make his way on stage. He's almost touching the ceiling. So we're here to celebrate the Gauteng moment of the year. Now this person, 2024, we spoke about him earlier. 2024 at Two Oceans. Aye, man. They beat him last few kilometers. 2025, he won. Soweto Marathon, same thing. Joseph Siatluli, I don't know if you guys were watching the race. It was almost like a deja vu moment between him and Unalana. And I'm thinking, man, it can't be deja vu. Joseph Siatlali showed resilience, he showed grit, he showed that with consistency and going back to the drawing board, you can come back victorious. So the Gauteng moment of the year is the Soweto Marathon with Joseph Siatlali clean victory. And we will make sure that he gets his award. Next up, as runners, we know how difficult it is to improve your PB. It is hard, day in, day out. You need to do something different. You need to, when you ran your previous PB, you were at your best. Now you have to improve on your best. And we know how difficult that is. Consistency is required. Hard work is required. The next category is the most improved male athlete of the year. And to present this award, I'd like to ask Usislala Tele to come on stage. Applause, ladies and gents. Can I ask Sislala to remain on stage for the next category? Now this category is standing between you and lunch. I'm not sure how slow I should do it. Should I be fast or should I be slow? Okay. Now the next category. I'm kidding. The next category is the most improved female athlete of the year. So the same as the male athlete, showing consistency throughout the year and showing the progression in their races throughout the year. The winner in this category, Wilhelmine Terblanche. Thank you, Sislala. Now it's lunchtime. Wait, before you stand up, we're gonna go per table. We start table 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. And lunch is served right there at the back. You know what? If it was up to me, I would say because your vibe is 10 out of 10. You know, but it's not up to me, you know? It's not up to me. Yeah, I want to be, I don't want to lose my job here. So we'll start out of table 1, table 2, table 3, table 4, and so forth. And lunch is served at the back. And after lunch, we're going to go back to the other awards. Bon appetit. If you are not following us, I'm giving you the bombastic side eye. Hollywood Athletics Club. That's where we are on socials. Hashtag Hollywood Athletics Club. Hashtag CGA Let's Run. Hashtag AGN Let's Run. Hashtag Purple Team. Hashtag HWAC. Hashtag Choose Your Fighter. That one's not a hashtag, but you choose. Yeah, those are the hashtags. If you forget them, you can ask me or anybody in this table. I'm just kidding. Now, I can see there's some chit-chat happening. Huh? I can see there's some. Yeah, now it's, everyone's catching up with the gossip. It's a new year, talking about the vacations you had in December. How was your break? What's your plan for this year? But now back to business. The next categories. These are the hotly contested categories where, our elites, they are fighting to be crowned king and queen of the Hollywood Athletics Club in Gauteng. We'll start with the Gauteng. To present this award, I'd like to call up he's very short man. You'll see when he gets on stage what I'm talking about. He looks after our elites. He's got a lot of babies. I sometimes see him working and I'm thinking, he's got a lot on his plate. Then he hangs the Stevens, the Josephs, the Melindas. He's got all these babies that he needs to take care of, making sure that they've got their kids, making sure that their schedule for the year is sorted, their flights. He looks after them. Yes, their babies are over 18. His babies are over 18, but he's looking after them. And he takes really good care of them. I've heard athletes talking about him, praising you, so you're doing a brilliant job. I'd like to call up on stage Mr. Manfred Seidler. Let's give him a warm round of applause. Very short. Oh, opposites. Yeah, so I've heard some really good things about Manfred from the athletes, saying that you are doing a good job looking after them, so keep it up. I know my husband also comes to you, that's why. The next category, we are looking at the best female athlete for Gauteng. The athletes, all the elites, the ones, the road ragers, the ones in front. This category is for them. The winner in this category. Louder. Candace Day. With the DJ playing this music, I almost feel like we've seen you running, but we've never seen you dancing. Thank you, Heather. Well done. Some people would have said it's lunch bar. Obvious. The next category, Gauteng Best Male Athlete of the Year. Okay. I'm speechless. Can I get up? Mr. Stephen Mukoka. I'm going to ask, thank you, Mr. Manfred. I'm going to ask Mr. Greg Glossop to make his way on stage for these awards. The next category is the National Best Female Athlete of the Year. So now we are going outside the borders of Gauteng. I don't know, do you guys, I want to ask you guys, do you know who it is? Yes. Huh? Yes. It's a lunch bar. Are you guys sure? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. And what if it's not? The winner is lunch bar. Explain. I think some people, I don't know if you guys remember that advert, the lunch bar advert, where the guy was eating the chocolate. I don't know what was happening, and they were like, obvious. So in case you're wondering where the lunch bar, DJ, oh, you're not gonna, okay, all right. He said I'm too slow. Now the final category, the National Best Male Athlete of the Year for the Hollywood Athletics Club. Lidelani Mdracha. Even with your network, sometimes the bar is, sometimes, and then it buffers. There's a technical glitch, So our winner for the national Best Male Athlete of the Year. Joseph Siautladi. Joseph's not here, but we will make sure that he gets his award. Now, next, we've had the main course, and it's time for dessert.
Our bronze medalists, 222, and they received 1,500 rand each. Mr. Makoka, those are the people who are out there for a long time. Our Vic Clapper medalists were 232, and each of them received 1,000 rand. Obviously, the Comrades Initiative is the incentive initiative is a fantastic award that we've been doing for, I think it's 5 years now, and it's only possible because of Hollywood Bets. It's obviously something that after Comrades every year we take to them and we say to them, these were the rewards, these were the achievements, and we hope that it continues. So on my behalf, big thanks to all of you today, to the club members, those who are not here today, and to our sponsor, Hollywood Bets. Thank you.
Hollywood coming with the money, huh? It's like Oprah moments, like I mentioned. You getting prize, you getting prize, you getting prize, you all getting a prize. But you need to finish Comrades. You need to finish Comrades. So if you finish Comrades, guys, hey, and they said there's no money in social money, come to Hollywood. Yes. Now it's time for the check handover. So I think the beautiful ladies over there, they'll be handing over the checks to the winners of the prizes for the different medals. So we're calling up those that are present today. And like you heard Mr. Glossop mentioning, there's quite a few other people in the various categories that finished. But here, we're recognizing those who are here. Now, the silver medalists, I'd like to call up one of the double troubles, the IC double, IC2, Melinda Janssen van Vieren, and Naledi Kevin Kutumela. 7,500. Next up is the Bill Rowan. We have Ule Olen Sitole. Yay. That whistle been the whole time? Huh? Where has it been the whole time? Huh? Hey, favoritism there. Silas Quena Manielo, also Joe Rowan. Yes. And the last one is Marimeta de Kale. So all the medalists of the Oh, my brother. Okay. I'd like to, I don't know if I have permission to do this, but I got a thumbs up. So what we did here is we checked the people who RSVP'd and be naming the names, those who RSVP. No, please wait on stage. So I'd like to call up the others who received the Bill Rowans, because I saw you guys putting your hand up, to make your way on stage so you can also have your photo moment. Please. Yeah, we must recognize you. Next, 90 kilometers is not Papen Place. It's not. It's 2 marathons plus a pop run. The next medal, or if you are alarmed by the alarm, they're just telling us that there's going to be lightning. It's not, maybe some people are saying, there is a fire on the mountain. Fire, fire. No. The next medal is the Robert Ntali medal. And we'll call up Elia Nkuna and Jabulani Ntombe. 2,500 rand. Let's make some noise for the ladies. The next medal is the bronze medal. We've got 2. Nigiwe Majola and Bongam Chali. The final medal is the Vic Clapham. Is there anyone who received the Vic Clapham last year? The whole house. Going. Don't be shy. Huh? Nobody. All right. Huh? Oh, Manfred. I'm kidding. Well, that concludes our comrades, medals, incentives. Let's give Hollywood Bets a very warm round of applause.
CGA President, Karabo, Road Running Chair, Cindy, thank you so much for coming through today. Having a fantastic relationship with the provincial bodies is critical. We obviously host the Hollywood Bets Joburg 10K. Last year we sold out at 8,000 runners. This year we're coming for 10,000. So it really is key to build those relationships, and we appreciate your time. Thank you. And lastly, to our sponsor, Hollywood Bets, the executive management team. Yeah, I don't have much to say other than thank you so much. They do so much for us from a funding perspective, and as club members, all we can do in return is wear our kit with pride, wear the right kit, ensure that we wear our black shorts, our black tights with our purple vests and t-shirts, represent the brand with pride week in and week out. That says thank you to the sponsor. So, but other than that, drive safe, enjoy the dessert, have a dance, and I hope to see many of you at Pirates tomorrow. Safe travel. Thank you.
Guys, I have hijacked our president, MS Karabo Mabiru. Madam, how are you? Very well. Good. It's good to see you. I think we need to talk about 100 days in office, not now but later.
Yeah.
Let's start with Hollywood Awards. What do you make of these kind of initiatives?
I think it's amazing. Clubs like Hollywood are obviously clubs that encourage a lot of runners to want to participate. I'm very excited. I didn't even know they've got such incentives. You know, by virtue of getting involved in races, you get an incentive. That for me is very encouraging. We'll see a lot. That is why we see a lot of new runners in Hollywood, because everybody gets to win, you know? So it's quite exciting to see what they do. And I know that they're very involved in development. And also they've got segments of your elites, your social runners. That for me is very good, and I like that.
I know you are now the president of CGA officially. How has the first few days been?
It's been great. I mean, we've had a very positive, welcome from people. Very positive reception. It's been great in terms of trying to get in touch with people. I can tell you personally that I've had a lot of stakeholders that have reached out and said congratulations and set up meetings. So I know that it's going to be a great 4 years. Maybe 4 years is a long stretch, but I know that it's going to be a great return of results when we get to 100 days. The board is a cohort of professionals, very positive. Everybody's excited to do the work. And I think we are all aligned in terms of what we want. We all want a unified CGA, a progressive and positive resulting province.
You have been deputy president, and I saw you still in time running and participating in some of the road running races. Any chance of you lining up for comrades?
Definitely. I think for me, more than anything, you've seen me a lot of times. I'm an advocate for what I am involved in. I need to be an example. So I can't be an administrator that just sits there and does nothing. Whether I finish Big Clubman or I get the blue medal for 2 Oceans, or I get in 4 hours 50, I've done it. It is the feeling for me at the end of it all that makes me feel good about running. Look, I'm not the greatest runner, but I'm a very committed person. What I put my mind to, I will achieve. So you'll definitely see me, even tomorrow.
Okay, I wanted to just drag you out of this and congratulate you more than anything, and I wish you the best in this 4-year journey. And it's the biggest province, and I think everyone else is looking up to CGA as an example, you know, as that eldest child in the family.
Definitely. I think, guys, more than anything, you guys as the media, you've seen us, you know, rise and fall. You've seen us achieve the best and try to work hard and unify the province. And I'm very grateful to the media and everybody for the support. And we hope to make sure that we make you guys proud. Definitely. So thank you so much.
All the best.
Thank you.
Hey, Tara.
Sure.
We've got Oprah Steve, the Gauteng Male Athlete of the Year. Oprah Steve, how are you?
No, I'm good.
Good, good. This morning we did tax. You won it, and I couldn't have a moment to congratulate you. Congratulations on that, on winning the tax 21, and congratulations on this achievement as well. Your thoughts, please.
Firstly, thanks very much. The day started very well with a good run, and now it's wrapped up. To find out that you are the best athlete in Gauteng for the elite, so it's an amazing achievement. I'm grateful for that.
At tax, is it because it's your home ground advantage? You know all the corners, you know all the short rises, the downs, and so forth.
No, it's a home ground for training, so it's amazing that I managed to be a champion today at home where I train. So all I can say is that I don't train on the road, I train at the track, and I also train on the grass, but we're racing on the street of Victoria. So I can just say with that, I'm grateful on a tough course. I'm grateful about the victory.
And what does this award mean to you? You're 41 years and you still are performing to the best of your ability, and you're still beating a lot of, the ones that we regard as open, the faster ones.
The award shows that the results. The award shows the performance. I can say that I'm grateful that the people team, Hollywood Athletics Club, is rewarding me with this award, and then they recognize my performance of last year as the best from all the people that are the club members of Gauteng, especially the elite ones. So it's a good achievement. Hopefully I get the better one next time.
Congratulations and all the best in 2026 season. I know it's a long calendar ahead, but yeah, all the best.
Thank you very much.
Sure. We've got Gerda Steyn, the smiling assassin. Today, I think she deserves to smile because she has been rewarded for the smile that she puts every day. Madam, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. And how are you?
Good. Congratulations on scooping the best in the country and in Gauteng. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling really honored with these awards today. The Hollywood Athletics Club have been part of my attire and part of my team for a full 12 months now, which feels like it's just been a day. So to have received these awards is really special. To have a club that supports you and that makes you feel like your efforts are rewarded is something really special. I just feel honored to have been named the Athlete of the Year.
And the slogan of today is obvious, lunch bar. How do you feel about the slogan? Because one might just think it's an obvious one, but what does that make you feel? Winning two of the big ones. Gauteng is the biggest province in athletics, and winning the top national as well.
Yeah, shame. That was very funny. I've not heard that before, but it was funny, and to me, it means the world. I just feel grateful. That's the only words I have to describe it. To me, it's not just obvious. I know that every single day counts. Every single day is what's going to determine how I run on race day, and every single day I make the choice to give everything and more to achieve what the goals that I set out and what I want to achieve. So to have the awards to show for it is really special, and it's not something that I take for granted because I know every day is a new day and things can change really quickly. But while I've got the chance like today to celebrate what's happened in the past, it is really special.
You outlined your plans for the year. two big ones, which is Oceans and Comrades, and you said we must wait for the surprise towards the end of the year, which is nice. But what I'm looking in hindsight, last year you did Pirates, you did something flat in the Val, you came back and you did Sunrise Monster as your build up to Oceans. And tomorrow you are doing Pirates again. Is it sticking to what works for you?
Absolutely, yes. I've now had many years of preparing for the Comrades and the Two Oceans, and even though I do still try and look for ways to improve and try and look for ways to better what I've done in the past, I don't like to deviate too much from what I know works, and to incorporate these races has always been really helpful for me to just determine where I am in terms of my fitness, but also to get my mind ready for race day, just to understand and to remember what it's like to line up for a race and be competitive on race day. So it's always worked for me, and I'm not going to change it now, and also it just adds to the enjoyment for me.
Fast forward to, I know as you train for Two Oceans, you also preparing yourself for Comrades, and Tete has officially joined Hollywood, and he does train in Dalstrom. He goes for a camp there. I would love to be a fly on the wall come the training of the upper run this year. I don't know, are you guys going to be training together, sharing some stuff at Dalstrom? What are you guys going to be cooking there?
Well, I, for one, love training in Dalstrom. I think it's a perfect environment for running and ultra distance running, especially not just ultra distance, any distance. But for me, I just find that the environment is perfect. There's sort of gravel roads that you can run on that's a little bit easier on the legs. The altitude is 2,000 meter, which is really, really good for preparation. And also just the town is really peaceful and friendly and just accommodating for athletics. So I would love for our schedules to overlap a little bit so that we can share perhaps some of the miles or share some days there. I'm not 100% sure what their schedules look like. I am training there at the moment for the Two Oceans. They're not there right now. I think they'll only be arriving a little bit later, but if there's an opportunity for us to meet up and to share the miles, then certainly that would be delightful.
Something that you just alluded to, that is this, are this quieter environment maybe a secret to to your great performance? I mean, looking at you training at Dalstrom and in the Alps, I mean, these two places, I think they share something in common.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it depends on the athlete. It depends from one person to the next. For me, I know when I'm in an environment where it's quiet and peaceful and I can just zone in on the training without any interruptions around me, that's where I flourish, and that's also what I really enjoy. So I position myself in the environment where I feel I've got the best chance of performing at my very best on race day. I know not everyone is exactly the same, but in my opinion, that's the best way to prepare, is to just erase everything that can take your attention away from the big goal and just zone in on the training.
Many people can ask themselves this question: what is Gerda's secret to success in terms of not getting injuries? I mean, I started the running Comrades in 2010, and my first Comrades was horrible because of cramps. I had a bad knee and so forth. I mean, but looking at you, is that what Bruce Fordyce say? You chose your parents carefully? Or what's your secret?
No, absolutely. I think genes play a role, but there's many factors that play a role. I have to look after my body so carefully, not just on a race day, but every single day. I need to have a deep understanding of what is too much load for my body and what is not enough to get fit on race day, and then finding that balance and keeping that balance is very, very important, and it's something that I focus on and I put a lot of attention and detail into to to making sure that I find that line between too much and too little. But of course, anything can happen. I mean, I had a very unfortunate incident last year where I was just running very, very easy on a very untechnical trail, and I fell. I tripped over a root, and I fell.
I remember, yeah.
And I hurt my knee really badly. And so sometimes you can't avoid these things, but for as far as it's in my hands, I try to do my very best to take care of my body, to strengthen, to do my strength exercises, to do stretching before I run, and to making sure that I address any niggle that I feel in training. So it's really about that balance between all the different aspects.
Thank you, Gerda. And lastly, let me just do this.
Okay.
And all the best in your 2026 running calendar, and hope to see you at all of the events that I will be attending.
Thank you, Roto, and you also keep doing the good work that you do, and I'll see you soon.
Thanks. We've got Greg Glossop, who is the chairman of Hollywood Athletics Club. Say, how are you?
I'm very well, and you?
Guys, you guys are doing great work recognizing runners, but let's just take it back to 5 years ago to where we are today. What do you make of the progress?
I think the progress has been phenomenal. The number of purple team you see running out on the roads at every race speaks for itself. I don't know the exact numbers, but it's from 5 years ago, we were probably close to 1,000 people. Here in Gauteng, we probably were only at about 20 or 30, and today in Gauteng, we're sitting at 900 odd purple team. So we're very excited about our growth.
And some of your success stories in these 5 years that you can, that comes on top of your mind?
The success stories are not ours. The success stories are the runners. They're the ones out on the road who cheer along, who support each other in every race. Obviously, we've got huge mentions of Gerda Steyn and Joseph winning the double at Two Oceans last year, 2025. But the stories are every single person who shows up every week, every weekend, and puts on their Hollywood Athletics Club vest and gets out there on the road and supports each other.
This year, I think it's going to be very exciting, especially at both Oceans and Comrades, because I mean you've got the likes of they're in your stable. You've got the two champions, two 2025 Comrades champions competing at the upper run. How does that make you feel?
I'm very excited for 2026. We've built a really fantastic team. But as we always say to them, there's no pressure on them. They must go out there and smile, enjoy, do what they do best. And I'm very excited for 2026 and looking forward to seeing the numbers grow in all the runners participating in Comrades, not just our champions up front.
And you guys, I don't know of any other club, but I know I've seen this trend with you guys whereby you are rewarding all the Comrade marathon finishers. How did this thing come about?
I can't remember what year it happened, but our first male athlete, he came 17th, and somebody in the offices at Hollywood Bet said to me, that's incredible. What does he get for coming 17th? And the answer is zero. You don't receive any prize money for 17th, and we just thought it was an incredible achievement. 17th place in the Comrades Marathon is fantastic, and that's how it started. We thought, what can we do to support this gentleman who's run a fantastic time, and then it went down to everyone else. We thought, well, it's not just the guys up front, but everyone's put in the effort, everyone's trained hard for many months, and why don't we see if we can reward everybody?
I've seen on the socials, I stand to be corrected, you guys have spread your wings even further in South Africa. How many of the South African province? Let's not look at the athletic province because some might get confused. How many provinces are you now? It's your presence now?
I think it is either 6 or 7. Our most recent one has been Limpopo. So we have joined in the Limpopo athletics community at the beginning of this year, and that I think we have 20 or 30 athletes there, which is fantastic. I'm trying to think of the others, but that is our latest addition to the Hollywood Purple team.
So we should see full coverage of this country next year or so.
Time will tell.
Yeah, but anyway, you guys, as I alluded to, you're doing a great work. Continue
Thank you.
doing that. I mean, rewarding athletes that have never even thought they would be rewarded in their lifetime for doing what they love. I mean, that's very incredible. And keep up doing the great work.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Take
and
care.
all the best.